Judicial review. The power of the courts to determine the constitutionality of the laws and acts of our government. Jurisdiction. Legal authority to hear a case. Original jurisdiction. The authority of a court to hear a case first before any other court. Appellate jurisdiction. The authority of a court to review decisions made by lower courts. Concurrent jurisdiction. Overlapping authority for both state and federal courts to hear and decide cases. Litigant. A person involved in a lawsuit. Grand jury. A group of citizens, typically 23 total, selected to examine the validity of an accusation before trial. Indictment. A formal charge or accusation of a serious crime. Petty jury. A group of citizens, typically 12 total, selected to hear evidence and arguments in a trial and render a verdict. Judicial circuit. A specific jurisdiction served by a judge or court as defined by given geographical boundaries. Confirmation. The process by which the Senate accepts or rejects a president's nomination to the federal judiciary. Senatorial courtesy. The custom whereby, before a president nominates a judge for a lower court, the president gets approval from senators of the state or region in that court's jurisdiction. Writ of certiorari. Order issued by the Supreme Court granting a hearing to an appeal. Rule of 4. The procedure that dictates at least 4 of the 9 justices of the Supreme Court must vote to consider a case before it is granted writ of certiorari. Petitioner. In court, the person or party who brought the suit or appeal to the higher court. Respondent. In court, the person or party who had the suit brought against them or who won in the lower court. Brief. A written statement by an attorney that summarizes a case and the laws and rulings that support it. Amicus curiae. Friend of the court, an individual not a part of a case who assists the court by offering information on a case. Opinion. An explanation of the legal rationale for a judge's decision. Majority opinion. The opinion that is the official decision of the court which explains the legal rationale for the court's decision. Dissenting opinion. An opinion of a minority of judges in a case to express disagreement with the majority opinion. Concurring opinion. An opinion that agrees with TTERM3 court's decision but uses a different legal rationale or otherwise differs from the majority opinion. Precedent. A rule or rationale from one case that becomes the basis for future judicial decisions. Stare decisis. Let the decision stand. The important custom of making decisions that are consistent with precedent. Appeal. Apply to a higher court for a reversal of the decision of a lower court. Voting bloc. Groups of justices on the Supreme Court who tend to take consistent positions on issues. Swing vote. The swing vote, the justice who has a decisive influence on the court's final decision because they are the middlemost justice on the court. Judicial activism. Judicial decision-making where judges allow their personal views about public policy to guide their decision. Judicial restraint. Judicial decision-making where judges adhere to looking strictly into the words of the Constitution to guide their decisions. Remand. To send a case back to a lower court to be tried again.